Caitlin Clark just played her first game back in 2 weeks, and it was worse than if she never played at all. The Indiana Fever brought their franchise player back Wednesday night in Los Angeles. Fans expected a hero moment. Instead, they got 16 minutes, 4 buckets on 12 shots, and a blowout loss that dropped the Fever to 12-9 on the season. Something is still wrong with Caitlin Clark, and nobody in Indiana wants to say it out loud. Let's go back to where this started. On June 24th, Clark went down during a game against the Phoenix Mercury. She landed awkwardly after falling on a defender's foot, and her back gave out in the second quarter. She tried to fight through it. Anyone who has watched her career knows she never wants to come out of a game. But by the third quarter, the pain was too much, and Indiana pulled her for good. At first, this looked like just another bump in a long, physical season. Clark has dealt with back issues before. She had to leave a game early in the season opener just to get her back adjusted. She was scratched from a game against Portland without warning. This wasn't a one-time thing. This was a pattern. And patterns in sports usually mean one thing. The problem never actually went away. Coach Stephanie White eventually admitted it herself. She told reporters this wasn't a new injury. It was a re-aggravation. Those two words matter more than people realize. A new injury means bad luck. A re-aggravation means the old injury never fully healed, and now it's back, and it might keep coming back. Clark missed the next game against the Sparks. Then she missed the matchup against the Las Vegas Aces. White kept telling the media that things were progressing. She used the phrase, "Every day is a little bit better." She talked about how tricky back injuries can be, how Clark could feel fine in a workout and then wake up stiff the next morning. It sounded honest. It also sounded like a team buying time and hoping nobody asked the hard question. When is she actually going to be right again? Then came Wednesday night. The Fever traveled to Los Angeles to face the Sparks, and Clark was cleared to play. Fans lit up social media the second the news broke. This was supposed to be the moment everything got back to normal. It wasn't. Clark played 16 minutes. 16. For a guard who is used to logging 35 or more a night, that number alone tells you the Fever do not trust her body yet. She was on a strict minutes restriction, which is coach speak for, "We are terrified of what happens if we push her too hard." She finished with 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. She shot 4 for 12 from the field. She was 1 for 6 from three-point range. This is a player who is currently top 5 in the league in scoring and second in assists. On Wednesday night, she looked like a rookie trying to find her footing. And it got worse. The Fever did not just lose. They got run off the floor, 106-92. That is not a close game. That is a team getting dominated on their own return night. To make matters even messier, Aliyah Boston, Indiana's 4-time All-Star center, was out with a lower leg injury that same game. So the Fever weren't just missing a healthy Caitlin Clark, they were missing 2 of their best players at the exact same time, and the results showed it. Here's where this story gets uncomfortable. Kelsey Mitchell led the team with 29 points. The offense clearly ran through her instead of Clark, and White already told reporters that Clark and Boston are going to flip-flop games going forward, meaning the Fever plan to manage their stars in and out of the lineup like it's load management in the middle of a playoff race. That is not how you treat a healthy superstar. That is how you treat a player the team is genuinely worried about. So let's ask the real question. Is Caitlin Clark actually healthy, or is Indiana just saying what they need to say to keep the panic down? Think about the timeline again. This back issue goes back to the season opener. It resurfaced in May. It knocked her out in June. Now in July, she's back on the floor, but limited to 16 minutes and shooting worse than she has all season. That is not the profile of a player who is fully recovered. That is the profile of a team managing a long-term injury in public while calling it day-to-day. And here's my hot take. The Fever are handling this the wrong way. If Caitlin Clark needs real time off to heal, give her real time off. Don't rush her back for 16 minutes in a blowout loss just to calm down the fan base and keep ticket sales steady. That decision helps nobody. It doesn't help the team win. It doesn't help Clark's body. All it does is create a headline that says she's back, while the tape shows a player who clearly isn't right. Clark is still an all-star starter this season. She earned that with a monster first half of the year, averaging over 20 points and nearly 8 assists a game. That is exactly why this matters so much. This is not a bench player nobody would notice. This is the face of the entire league playing through something the Fever refused to name clearly. The Fever have one final matchup left with Phoenix, the same team Clark got hurt against in the first place, before the All-Star break gives everyone a real chance to reset. That break might be the best thing that happens to this team all month. Because right now, Indiana is stuck in a loop. Bring Clark back, watch her struggle, manage her minutes, repeat. So here's what I want to know from you. Do you think the Fever are being honest about Caitlin Clark's health? Or are they hiding how serious this back injury really is? Drop your take in the comments. I want to hear it.